origin. We must go back to the origin. It doesn't matter what we have lost in Lagos. It doesn't matter our children we have in America. It doesn't matter our children we have in Germany. It doesn't matter our children we have in Australia. It does not matter what you can lose. Go back to origin and strengthen yourself. That is the game. Go back to the origin. We've been searching this history. We've been searching this history long time ago, very, very long time ago. And we are there getting the history. Go underground, we will come out with something. And they dig a hole and they enter underground. No. Going underground is searching for the symbols. Going underground is searching for symbols. From here now, you will see how George Washington become the God of the universe. Then, how do you get it? You got it through digital fortress. You got it through deception points. You got it through angels and demons. Then you begin to get the code from the Da Vinci. Then you can then come to the lost symbol. When you get to lost symbol, every other thing you are searching for, all the powers that has colonized you, all the powers that have descended on you in Biafran land is here. And why are we showing all these things? We are showing them because we told the pastors, why are you not showing the people the secrets of this world? Pastors say that all these books are not praising the name of Jesus Christ. That is not important to show them, to teach this kind of book in the church. But this book is the book you must read in order for you to be corrected. Europe read all this book. That is how they begin to reorganize themselves. That's how they begin to reorganize themselves. Then after this lost symbol, then you come to Inferno. Inferno is the hellfire itself. And if you want to then get the solution, then the solution is this, the origin. The solution here is the origin. And how do you get to understand it? There is no way in the history that you can understand the Bible without going back to all these books. The Muslim people, there is no way you can understand Quran without going back to all these books. This is the books Europeans read before they start the history of 21st century, the brave history of 21st century. You see where they couple them up. And all this book we are showing you here, we are not doing advertisement, but we know these are things our people need now because we must go back to the origin. How do we come? The treasure is hidden in an open place. The sea has a new challenge every day. The sea has a new challenge every day. You don't just dive inside the sea. You must check the direction of the wind before you can be able to dive inside the sea. The sea has a new challenge every day. And some people is not really understanding it when we say that the treasure is hidden in an open place. Automatic going back to the origin. Going back to the origin. And going back to the origin, you must know whether you come from Eke, whether you came from Orie, whether you came from Afo, or whether you came from Nkwo. And what did they say? After the origin, what did they say? We must be willing to get rid of the life we've planned. And the life we planned is the life religious leaders planned for us. that we will fly on the sky. Then Jesus, we will meet Jesus the other side. You know, we must get rid of the life we've planned, so as to have the life that is awaiting for us. The life that is awaiting for us is, you saw brigade. You saw brigade in Nigeria. You saw brigade in Nigeria introducing vaccine. You saw brigade in Nigeria introducing vaccine. And how do you fight back? How do you fight back? Is going back to the origin. You go back to the origin. Because as we continue, then they says here, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Life that is awaiting for us now is no other way than Biafra. You have seen Ohaneze Ndigbo. They are now calling for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because they thought that Simon Ekpa will be compromised. And let's continue with a very, very fast movement. Then they say, fact. All acts is inside here. The lost symbol. All acts is here. If you don't understand it, you can come here. Da Vinci Code. And the other one, angels and demon. Angels and demon is not here, so they borrowed it from me. That is the books Europeans read. Then they begin to correct themselves. Europe had been in this kind of mess we are into. But when Dan Brown began to review the secret, especially from Vatican City by Robert London and the Victoria Veteran, then the secret begin to come out. If you see the pictures we bring out there, there is no way in the history you will understand the Bible without reading all these books I told you. And there is no way you can understand Quran without going back to read this history. Muslim people will keep on killing you, thinking that they are going to Allah. Christians will keep on submitting their head to cut it off, thinking that when their head is chopped off, they will make heaven. And this says, all acts, architectures, locations, science, and the religion, organizations in this novel are talking about are real, fact, and the figure. And most of our people that live in Italy, most of our people that live in Malta, most of our people that live in Greece, most of our people that live in some historical places like Zaragoza, most of our people that live in Granada, most of our people that has visited ancient crafts and the ancient buildings, you know what we are talking about. All these things is packed here inside the lost symbol. The Star of David is here. The power that came from the Star of David liberated America, and George Washington become the God of the universe. As we continue, then they says, everything you find inside this book is real, facts, and the figure. And they says, the secret teachings of all age. The secret teachings of all age. To live in the world without becoming aware of the meaning of the world is like wandering about a great library without touching a book. You can see some of our people, they will go to history places, like some people live in Alicante, for example. Some people live in Zaragoza, for example. Some people live in Granada, for example, but they have not visited Alhambra Palace. Some people don't know the reason why Europeans preserved their history. Then, when you follow some people, some tourist people, you see them, they wrote down what they are going to visit. And when they visit there, they will buy a book and they read to know the ancient history. Then you may accompany them to go there with them, but you will not know what they are doing. Then when you come to understand the origin, then you will be able to know why Igbo people says, Onye iberibe amaro mgbe ekere nkwa ụkwa. That is it. That means if you want to understand the secret of this planet Earth, you must go and study the secret behind this planet Earth. And inside this place, they say the teachings, the secret teachings of all age. To live in the world without becoming aware of the meaning of the world is like wandering about in a great library without touching a book. We are 555 vision. Our teaching is not made for everyone, and our teaching is advisable for everyone to pay attention. We don't preach for you. We are not comedians, not at all. We tell you how it is. The sea has a new challenge every day. The treasure is hidden in an open place. Origin. The treasure is hidden in an open place. That's why you see our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. He will say, I greet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I greet Ndezemmo. I greet Ndeze Akajiofo. I greet them because he is aware that the treasure is hidden in an open place. And we continue. We continue. Then, they says, you can find it here. This is historically covered history. This is the most dangerous people on this very planet Earth are those people that is called man of God. They are the people who introduce Bible. They are the people the missionary journeys used to capture your brain. They told you in the churches, go and read John 3:16, Matthew 6:25. Go and they will preach to you Genesis. They will bring you to John. They will go to Revelation. They will come to Malachi. They will go to Leviticus. You can never understand what they are talking about. Then, the origins of this world, the scientists of this world say, when the missionary journeys came, they came together with the colonial masters. Colonial masters can beat you. Then the missionary journeys will pay to you. They will tell you, accept Christ as your Lord and the personal Savior. Because in my father's house in Europe, there are many mansions in New York. Only if you obey, then you can inherit the kingdom of God, which you see here. Look at this place. How many people knows this building? This is White House in Washington, D.C. You make it the kingdom of God. Making the kingdom of God. And who designed this thing? Who designed this thing? George Washington, the first president of America. Through the power of symbol, the Star of David. Through the power. And the Star of David was found in Igbo land, in Biafran land. That's why now we told you now, after crossing the code, after coming across the code, how to find code numbers, we found code numbers 555, and it became a vision on how we can be able to trace the history. And we can also tell you that we cover ourselves also with it beyond blame. From here now, you can understand why we must go back to the origin. They told you that your ancestors are evil. Don't go there. Don't give them flower. they used the pastors. You don't give the dead ones value. But in Europe here, they celebrate Halloween. Pastors, Nigerian pastors that left the darkness in Nigeria, they come to Europe here. They told their church members, do not allow your children to participate in Halloween. Is it true or is it lie? And they say, historically, the dangerous people on this planet Earth are those people that is called man of God. Those people. Then they says, at the age of 33, Christ, at the age of 33, when I was 33 years, that was when Jesus Christ performed his resurrection. And if you look now, when Nnamdi Kanu started this journey, Nnamdi Kanu come across these books as well. He says that you people are just reading Bible, promoting Jesus, which is very, very good, but you are not progressing. Fulanis have come to conquer you. You can go on preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ that died in 33 years. But what about him that is now 50-something? The religious people, the men of God, begin to attack him. That's why you see pastors does not defend Nnamdi Kanu. You see Chris Ayekinome, he doesn't defend Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nnamdi Kanu has come across this book. He said, but Jesus said this thing until 33 years. He is telling you the same thing that made Jesus Christ to come. And now he is for something to 50. And you are against him. The people who opened the eyes of Europe, they says inside this place, the most dangerous people you can ever come across are those people that is called man of God. And we continue. Then they says, it is in hearing the voice of the devil. It is in the hearing the voice of the devil. And if you look there, you will see angels and demons. You will see angels and demons. Somebody borrowed the book from me to go and restore his brain. They said, it is in the hearing the voice of the devil that we can better appreciate the voice of God. If you hear that Woto Woto is going on, now, Asari Dokubo is playing Woto Woto every day, recruited by Buhari and the Tinubu. Woto Woto is going on every day. And who created that language? The person who created the language, Woto Woto, is our prime minister. And Woto Woto now have circulated all over Nigeria. And it will soon circulate all over Africa. Woto Woto. And now Woto Woto become like the language of the devil. Are you understanding now? We back ourselves up. You understand? You know this one? We back ourselves up with the Bible. We also back ourselves up with the Quran. Then we back ourselves up with the original history. Origin. Go back to your origin. So we are telling you, if you build your mansion in Lagos, go back to your origin. If you have your children in America, go back to your origin. It can never be worse than how it is now. It can only be better because it has been worse. It can never be worse than how it is now. So, leave those things. Fight for your head. Save your head. There is a saying that I used to say that the thieves came to somebody's house and they robbed everything the man has. When the thieves were in, the man says, what I have is greater than what you people have taken. Then the thieves returned and they said, what is that you have? Is it because we left your bed and your seat? Where you can sit down. Now they put their hands and they carry the bed, they carry the seat. They left. The man says, what I have is better than what you people have taken. The thief returned again. And they say, oh, it's because you are wearing cloth. Is it what you have? They remove his cloth and naked him. And they left. The man say, what I have is better than what you people have taken. The thieves say, this man is very, very stupid. He don't have anything left, that they have robbed everything. They left. When the communities came, they asked the man, are you crazy? The man said, no, he is not crazy. That in as much as he has his life, he can recover all the thieves have stolen from him. Then you go back to Job. God tempted Job. God said, Satan, where are we reading? Hearing the voice of the devil, that we can better appreciate the voice of the God. You know, God then authorized the devil to go and destroy Job. In the Bible. Is it not true in the Bible? He said, go and destroy Job. Then they took away everything Job has. They took everything, his cow and his rabbit. They took everything. They took his children. They took his wife. Job was left with one option, to speak against Chukwokike Abiama. Job said no. His wife said, if you don't speak against Chukwokike Abiama, he will live. She will live. Job said, you can live. That his children have left. He has lost his houses. He has lost everything. His body has become leprosy. Job said, what is life all about? If God give and God take, God, this is life. You can take it. You give, you take. It is by your own mercy I am living. I am not living because of my righteousness, but because of your mercy. Is it not true? These pastors used to think that they know this Bible more than us. It was after we finished the Quran, we finished the Bible from A to Z, the Catholic Bible with apostrophe. Then we say that this thing is not complete. And we begin to dig history. And we were digging history. When we were digging this history, we found digital fortress. We found the deception point. We found the men, angels, and demon. Then we come back to the Da Vinci Code. Then we get the lost symbol, the one we are showing you now, presently. Then, and there is another one we are waiting for. It is called Inferno. Inferno is the devil. Yeah, the hellfire itself. And they told you that the only thing that can save you is the origin. Going back to origin. You have to go and ask your mother, when were you born? To start with, zum Beispiel. You have to ask your mother, zum Beispiel, when were you born? Are you from Eke? Are you from Orie? Are you from Afo? Or are you from Nkwo? And the Eke is the god of the sun. Orie is the god of the sea. Nkwo is the god of the land. Afo is the god of the air. In as much as you are from Biafran land, it doesn't matter where you come from. Igodo Migodo, AKT, call them and mention all of them. All of them have Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo as their market day. And we says here, it is in hearing the voice of the devil that we can better appreciate the voice of God. It is here. And when you read here, we went face to face and they consulted pastors. We went face to face, consulted. 555 Vision went and they consult more than 3 pastors. We asked them, me and you knows, because I to put me and you knows that this Bible is not complete. King James Version is not complete. Something is missing after we have torn around this thing. Why are you not advising your people to extend their knowledge by reading this kind of book, by Reading this kind of book, 3 pastors gave me similar answer. They says it is because it does not promote the name of Jesus Christ. But to the people who wrote this thing, Dan Brown, these people believe in Jesus Christ and inside the power of Jesus Christ more than any other thing. And they are now telling you that the secret of all age, that all act, theology, architects, architectures, locations, science, religion, organizations in this novel, all is real, and there are evidences where you can locate them. There are evidences where you can see them. Call your people in Rome. They will tell you the history of Rome. Roman Empire, all the history has been reserved in that place. Call people in Athens, in Greece, all your history has been reserved in that place. Call your people in Malta. Malta is a reserved country. They don't have new buildings. They reserve those buildings because it is called ancient buildings. You go to Granada in Spain, it is called Alhambra Palace. When Morocco wanted to capture Spain, Morocco has been extending down to Granada. You may be hearing the history of Alicante in Spain. That is Alicante, where Ali used to sing Allahu Akbar. That is when we understand the name called Alicante. Alicante, because of the people that understand Spanish here. Alicante, it is called Alicante, where Ali used to sing Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. When Morocco people wanted to capture Spain, the same thing now you see Fulanis doing in Nigeria now by Muslim ticket, Tinubu Shetima. We call the pastors. Didn't you see that Turkey has been Islamized? Turkey was once a Christian country. Pastors say it is not possible in Nigeria. Today, where did you see all the pastors? Where did you see their votes? All their votes were counted to Barabbas. And who is Barabbas? Who is Barabbas? Barabbas is Peter Obi. You understand now? Then, where do we stop now? It is in hearing the voice of the devil that we can better appreciate the voice of God. And who is the voice of God? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Is it woto? You people appreciate the language, the voice of the devil? Or did you people appreciate the voice that says, restructure now? If you don't restructure, heaven and earth will kiss each other. And we continue. We told you that the sea has a new challenge every now and then. That is why we are bringing history to your own understanding. We are showing you books. It is as divisible, whoever that is watching now and whoever that will watch later. Advise your children, spend money, go there, download this thing, buy it to your children, let them reset their brain in order for them to understand the Bible. There is no way, 555 Vision is telling you here, there is no way you can understand Bible theology and the Bible chronology. There is no way you can understand it without reading the books that made George Washington. You people are in America celebrating today, but you don't know how George Washington have been able to create this thing. This is White House. The ideology, the inspiration that came from the Star of David, found in Biafran land. That is the thing that make America what they are today. Lost Symbol. Go and read Lost Symbol. Advise your children to read it. I am not doing advertisement. I am telling you people what you must know, because we are not joking again. Then we told you that the treasure is hidden in an open place. Then we told you that we are the salt of the earth. Ndị Igbo, the Biafrans, we are the salt of the earth. And we are not ready to lose our taste, because our taste is only to send this positive message to your own understanding, and make sure we tell you that if you don't want to hear or appreciate the voice of the God, then when you hear the voice of the devil, you will begin to appreciate the voice of God. That is why you see on Igbo today, they are now calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If Woto Master Simon Ekpa did not tell them that sit at home must continue, do you think Ohaneze Ndigbo will stand up? Because Ohaneze Ndigbo believe inside the voice of the devil, but they are now trying to appreciate the voice of God that is coming from the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when we teach about angels and demons, send this message to Simon Ekpa. Do you know how 555 Vision classify him? When you read angels and demons, then you will know who is Simon Ekpa. History have reviewed everything. We go back to the origin. Ekeoria from send us message. The extraterrestrials send us messages. The Colossus send us this message. The Neanderthals send us this message. The mummies sent us this message. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego witness. You understand? Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, they bear us witness. We are still bearing the witness by the power of God. You understand? Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, Elijah, Elisha, all of them are sending us to what we have to do. That is why we are showing you evidences and how George Washington become the God of the universe. If you watch here now, watch here very, very close. You see this building? This is called like the La Sagrada Familia. This building here now is called La Sagrada Familia. And this Sagrada Familia, we have to teach about it. There, you will understand who is Jesus Christ in a biological form. Then, if you want to understand Jesus Christ in a spiritual form, you come here. Then we have shown you people the book of the magic as well. Then if you want to understand Jesus Christ also as a magician, you can also understand him as a magician. You know the promotion of LGTV, this word, the criticisms that is going on this life, why they hide some secret. Then some people said also that Jesus Christ is also under LGTB. You understand? You have to open up your brain. Then you make use of your brain. You get your answer by yourself. And after getting your answer by yourself, then how do we stop our teachings today? Because we want to make it just very snappy. How do we stop today? Do you know why Jesus Christ is Alpha and the Omega? Because of some of our people that is criticizing Jesus, they say he did not exist. I don't know if his name is originally Jesus. I don't know if his name is Yahweh Yeshua. We don't know. But we know that there is someone, the prophet of the old, prophesied that he will be born through a woman, virgin, and his name will become everlasting. Ask yourself, you who is here, you have birthday. At least everybody that is here, we are still under 1900, down to this 2020, 2023. Under the name of Jesus Christ, before Christ and after Christ, BC, AC. That's why the people of the old, the prophets of the old say that his name will become everlasting. And inside this book, they told you here, they said here, we read it, then we stop. They said here that They said in this place that all organizations in this novel exist, and including the Freemasons, the Invisible, the colleagues, the office of the security, the SMSC, and the Institute of Neotic Scientists. All ritual. Do you know ritual? Ritual, when they talk about ritual in Nigeria, they say they are occultics. Ritual, this is expensive, one of the most expensive books you can ever find. Then they say all rituals. You know what is ritual? Then science, artworks, and the monuments in this novel are real, and nobody has been able to challenge Dan Brown and the Robert Landon. Nobody at all. Nobody has been able to challenge this book. And Europe read this book, they begin to put themselves together. So when you see LGTB being promoted today, they have fought against Jesus. Let me ask you now, share this message, subscribe to 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel and Bible. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Turn on the notification button and give us the energy to come back. If you want to learn, our own is to make sure you get the message clear. Not for you to like it. It is up to you to like it after you have meditated. You understand? Yes. After you have meditated, then you ask yourself a question. More of our teaching now is coming in a very hard form. Do you know why? We don't want to go hard in the teachings of the origin until we get this book. And now we have it. Those people that have been following us, we told you that we will put our teaching in a hand when we receive this book. And we have received them. And we also have this one, Da Vinci Code. And we have this one, the symbol. We also have the digital fortress. We also have the angels and demon. And we also have deception point. We have shown you the Da Vinci Code symbol. We're also looking for Inferno. Yeah, the hellfire itself. What they write concerning the hellfire. And they told you the only thing you must do now is to go back to origin. And this origin now is, we will start our teaching by teaching you how Jesus Christ is for. Jesus Christ, the Alpha and the Omega, he died, he resurrected, and he descended to heaven as a son of God. Number one. Jesus Christ, a magician, because the magicians begin to practice the power of Jesus, how he can be able to walk on top of the sea. They begin to build up different kind of jars and a different kind of ritual for them to walk on top of the sea. You can get the little story of it by Dynamo. Then they says also that Jesus Christ is a gay. You understand? That Jesus Christ is a gay. This is where they criticize Jesus as a gay. It is up to you to make use of your brain. That's why they are now promoting LGTB. We have our children, we have our wives. You understand now? Then inside this origin, here now, you see this thing, this building you see here. It is called La Sagrada Familia, found in Catalonia, Barcelona. This building, they said this building will be built for 150 years. And since this building now has been in structure for 75 years, they thought they will challenge Gaudi. When Gaudi draw the map of this building, they said they will finish it before 50 years. They have not been able to finish it. This building, Gaudi draw this building, and this is 75 years of this building. They have not been able to finish it. And from here now, you will see the power of Europe, how Jesus Christ become a biological father through this teaching. This teaching now will refer you the real history concerning Maria Magdalene and Jesus Christ. This history here, it will tell you the history concerning Maria Magdalene and Jesus Christ. That Jesus Christ has a baby with Maria Magdalene. Inside this book, you will see it, the story. Because, and when you couple all this history together, then you will sit down and ask yourself question concerning Bible. Then you can be able to know how to join yourself to make history inside the millennium, the brave history of 21st century, which made Simon Ekpa to join the struggle. Simon Ekpa only joined the struggle. Why? He said he want to join those people that will liberate Biafra, so that his name will be written in the book of Biafra. That is the only reason you see Simon Ekpa fighting tooth and nail to make sure that Biafra come. Nothing more. It is not because of money. Simon Ekpa is living large, just like every other person that feel that they have money in Europe. You understand now? But when you understand history, then you will join and begin to make history for yourself. And sometime along the line, you may have difficulties. Your history, your messages, your job will defend you. That is the thing we are talking about. Inside our teachings, we will teach you, when we go inside this book more, we will teach you the power and the secret of Europe. The power and the secret of Europe. And they call it the secret teachings of all ages. The secret teachings of all ages. Then when you know them, you can be able to know how to focus yourself. You make use of your brain on your own. But to Igbo people living in Abuja, Igbo people living in Lagos, Igbo people living outside the Biafran land, go back to your origin. There's no other means, no other way out than to go back to your origin. It doesn't matter what you lose. It can never be worse than how it is now. Woto Woto, greatest Woto Woto is coming. From next week, next 2 weeks, the greatest Woto Woto is coming. And inside, we are preaching what we see inside book. We are not just preaching our own. We are preaching what we found inside book. And here, by next time, you will know that Maria Magdalene came from the lineage of Benjamin. And Jesus came from the lineage of Joseph. Maria Magdalene is a princess, while Jesus is a prince as well. Maria Magdalene, according to them, Maria Magdalene is not an old woman. Maria Magdalene is a young, flashy woman, a young, flashy girl that came from the lineage of Benjamin. You know, 12 tribe of Jacob, 12 children of Jacob. Benjamin is there. Joseph is there. Jesus Christ came from the lineage of Joseph. And Maria Magdalene came from the lineage of Benjamin. And they later met each other. But inside Bible, according to Vatican hidden secrets, that's why they say the most dangerous people in this life are those people that is called man of God. Facts and the figure. Do you know? After they crucified Jesus Christ on the cross of Calvary, Joseph Arimathea came and meet the constitution. He said that he need the body of Jesus Christ. He is dead already. He need his body. You know? Then Joseph Arimathea paid for the body of Jesus Christ. And he took him to the grave, a new grave. Why? He said, if this man said that he is the king, he is the son of God, they have to use the new grave. That time, when they bury people in the grave, when the body of the person peeled out and it remained only bone, then they will go inside the grave and they pick up the bones of the person and they empty the grave so that they can be able to bury another person inside the grave. But that place where they buried Jesus Christ, nobody has used that grave. It was new. Nobody used it. Arimathea says, if he said that he is the king of all kings, if he is the king, if they can crown him and say, now you say you are king of all kings, now you can die. It is his right to be buried inside a new grave. Then, after Jesus Christ was buried inside a new grave, people, those Pharisees, keep on going after the followers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They keep on going after the followers of Jesus Christ, killing them the way you see them killing the people of Nnamdi Kanu today. Then a rumor came to Joseph Arimathea that this woman called Maria Magdalene is pregnant. And she is very, very close to Jesus Christ. And Joseph Arimathea says, oh, that this woman, her life must be saved. Then Joseph Arimathea paid people to save Maria Magdalene. And when they saved Maria Magdalene, Joseph Arimathea called the former king of France. France used to have king those days. Then he called the king of France and he escaped Maria Magdalene to France. That is why we want to show you this history. The Holy Family. La Sagrada Familia in English is called the Holy Family. You understand now? If you are understanding, then write us comment. We don't want to read comment because this message we go down history. Now, the history of Maria Magdalene later came to Catalonia. That is why you see this building. That's why you see this building in Catalonia, in Barcelona. Call your people in Barcelona. Ask them, did they know about La Sagrada Familia? Ask them, did they know the secret behind La Sagrada Familia, the Holy Family? They will not know because our people watch Nigerian home movie. When they come to a country, they don't want to know the history of the country. Now, Joseph Arimathea then escaped Maria Magdalene. The former king of France rescued Maria Magdalene. Maria Magdalene then gave birth to a baby girl called Sarah. To a baby girl called Sarah. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Whoever that want to argue, first of all, go and check the history. This one. If you want to argue, then you come and stand for us in front of us. Before you, if you think you can argue, and if you want to tell us that those people that is called man of God are not the most useless people ever, then first of all, call them, make sure they watch this program, ask them this. Did they know concerning La Sagrada Familia? And how come the history of the Holy Family found in Catalonia? Ask them this question. Seeing is believing. Now, Maria Magdalene gave birth to a daughter called Sarah. During that time, I am going more than I want to teach here now. During that time, when Maria Magdalene gave birth, Roman Empire is on war. Ottoman Empire is at war. Germany is the world leader that time. Olden days, ancient history. When Constantine is the king of Roman Empire, then the mother of Constantine saw a vision that the cross where Jesus Christ was killed is the only savior they can have. If not, these Fulanis from Assyria, these Fulanis from Babylon, these Fulanis from the lineage of Ishmael, Haggai, are you understanding it now? They will pass through Turkey, Ottoman Empire, and they conquer Roman Empire and the other part of the world. That time, Ottoman Empire has the strongest power, just like the Fulanis are acting in Nigeria today. They recruited every other person. The mother of Constantine then saw a vision. They say, go and search. They say, go and search the history. Go and search the history. The cross where Jesus Christ was buried, was killed. And me and you knows that Jesus Christ was killed right behind two men. One by the side, by the left, one by the right. Jesus Christ was killed in their middle. And the olden days, they used to kill people by cross. If you commit a crime, they kill people by hanging, by cross, they bend the person's head down. That is how they used to kill people then. But when Jesus Christ died, different kind of signs appeared on this planet Earth. Everywhere become dark. Earthquake shake everywhere. That is how date started. Are you understanding now? That is the origin of the date that you can make reference. Then maybe you want to know how Simon Ekpa has been able to capture Biafran land today. He has been making waves. He has been making waves. The first 5 days sit at home, which the Fulani military killed the people in Enugu State, and they tried to channel the blame upon the head of Simon Ekpa. That was when Simon Ekpa captured the Biafran land. So if you want to know the history of Simon Ekpa from the genealogy, that is the what you go there. That day he put 5 days sit at home when people died in Enugu State. That was when Simon Ekpa captured the Biafran land. You understand now? Then you go back to that date, you say that date, that is exactly how Jesus Christ's history started. Then you begin to hear before Christ. Before Christ was the history of Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, God, and all those people. You know, that was before Christ. Before Christ. Then after Christ, then after Christ now is the one we are living. The one you can see in Vatican. Then they hide the history. They hide everything. Now, long time ago, because it does not mean that you have never heard before that the Christians started 500 years after the death of Jesus Christ, when Miriam, the mother of Constantine, found out the power of the cross. From the power of the cross, that is when you begin to see cross circulating all over the world. Then Constantine then legalized Christianity and used the face of his prince, of his son, and he used the face of his own son, and they called it Jesus. Because in Italian language, that man is called Jesus. It's just like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, when he live and do whatever he can do today now, maybe in Papua New Guinea, maybe in Viagoua, maybe in any other continent of this world, someone might adopt Nnamdi Kanu. You understand now? And the name Nnamdi Kanu, another name, write the history of Nnamdi Kanu and place it on their own side. That is exactly what Constantine did. That's why you see the picture of Jesus Christ is a lie. You understand now? That's when Constantine embraced Christianity. There has not been anything like Christianity before you see the history of Vatican, the Pope, and inside this place, you will see all the arguments going on. These Illuminatis, which you see inside this place, they said that Jesus Christ did not hand over to Peter. These are some kind of critical thinkings you have to ask. That Maria Magdalene, which you can see the history here, you can also see the history here. They said that it is not possible that Jesus Christ will know that Maria Magdalene is his wife and has a child, and he will then carry his will and it gave over to Peter. That is not possible. That was why Illuminati began to have problem with the Vatican. Illuminati told Vatican City to reveal the real secret to the world, that they shouldn't be hiding this kind of secret to the world. If Jesus Christ have a living issue, a living body in this world, let the whole world know. And if not, they will reveal the secret. And inside angels and demons, you will see the obvious day. You will see the history. You will see how they are fighting. And when Vatican City begin to eliminate the Illuminatis, you can find more of the history inside this place, the symbol. And from there, everything begin to move. Everything begin to move. They said Peter is not the right person to handle the staff. It is Maria Magdalene. Because Maria Magdalene have a baby that is living on this earth up to today. That person is the person that's supposed to be handed over the staff, not Peter. It's just like Nnamdi Kanu today championing things of Biafra. You understand now? Then Owazirike is against the Simon Ekpa for becoming Biafran government in exile, the prime minister of Biafran government in exile. Owazirike is against Simon Ekpa for doing this. But what is happening? Simon Ekpa has never opened his mouth one day to say that he has taken power from Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu is no more his leader. We know the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. We know the leader of indigenous people of Biafra is Nnamdi Kanu. And then Nnamdi Kanu is working under Ojukwu. Simon Ekpa is working under Ojukwu. Owazirike doesn't want to recognize that this is a chain game. Are you understanding now? Then Nnamdi Kanu then break the chain to remove Owazirike. There, that is the anger of Owazirike. Then Simon Ekpa become now the prime minister in exile. In exile, not in Biafran land. Then connect the dot now. Peter, Jesus handed inside the Bible that he said, Peter, because people ask, who am I? Is it not how the story started? The story started this way. What does people say that I am? Who did people say that I am? They say that you are Elijah. They say that you are Jeremiah. They say that you are this, you are that. Just like every one of us is asking, who is Nnamdi Kanu? What do people think he is? Who is Simon Ekpa? What do people think he is? Who is 555 Vision? What do people think he is? You understand now? These are questions that have been going on that time. Then, Nnamdi Kanu, people begin to sing, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. People are asking questions. The whole world is asking questions. Who is this man? They say he is indigenous people, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, in a simple form. In a simple form. And who is IPOB? IPOB, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, including Ndi Nyanwodo, Ohaneze Ndigbo, and all. Then, how do you get this teaching? Very, very simple. You get this teaching now very, very simple, that Simon Ekpa knows about all these secrets we are talking about. That's why you see Simon Ekpa, he has never opened his mouth one day and say that he is not under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Illuminatis are fighting. They have been fighting. They say that the world must recognize that, that Jesus Christ has an issue that brought this history. in Barcelona. You understand now? The world must recognize it. And inside this place, these are what they call the ancient painters, the Baroques. They used to keep ancient history. They are the drawers. We showed you people concerning these people before. We showed you people about civilization before. We showed you people how all of them, how they started. We showed you everything, how they started, how the history started. We showed you all these things. You know, why we are showing you all these things is not because we can speak better English, but it depends on how you understand the history. Now, Simon Ekpa, government in Biafran prime minister in exile, not in the original land, until Biafra is restored. Then we will then make vote. Beside, Nnamdi Kanu says he will remain as the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. He is not going to become president of Biafra, not for once. Then when Biafra comes, we all will then come and vote the people who will rule Biafra. Simon Ekpa is not president of Biafra. He is prime minister in exile. You understand now? Then Peter, the Freemasons, let me come now. They said all organizations in this novel exist, including the Freemasons, the Invisible, the Colleagues, the Office of the Security, the SMSC, the Institute of Neotic Scientists, and all rituals, science, artwork. Artwork is the book now I have shown you. The book, this book now, which I have showed you, that is where you will get artwork. That is where you will get it. Then they said, and monuments. You know about monuments. Every monument and all the acts, all is real. And you can see them. If you like to visit historical places, when you see white people, August is coming. Now, August is coming. Holiday will start. Ask any of your friends who want to travel. Ask them, where are they going? They may tell you, oh, they are going to Rome to visit the ancient buildings. They are going to Catalonia to see La Sagrada Familia. Catalonia used to have tourists because of this building. They are coming here to see this history. That's why when white people are on holiday, you see them, they are traveling to different ancient historical places, or like Alhambra, or like Santa Barbara of Alicante, or like Zaragoza, or like St. Petersburg, or like Santiago. Every places, all this ancient history happened. Ask any of your family member living in Europe. How does Europeans live their life? August time, they will go all these places and visit and get history recorded in their brain. But our people, what do they do? They will run to Nigeria, begin to take advantage of those single ladies, and use money they earn from hard working or different kind of things they may do to be dividing families, sleeping with the people's wife, taking people's land, and all those stuffs. They never involve themselves inside history. Some people, Europeans, will go to Egypt. They see ancient history. They will go to Jerusalem. They will see the history that happened in the Bible. Our people, what do they do? Our people will stay there. Even if they cannot even go to Nigeria, you will see them in bar, drinking beer, or you see them in the church doing all night. Is it not true? This is simple. This is simple truth. So, more of our teachings are coming. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. And do us a favor by sending this message to all platforms. we are in a small sanction by Facebook, by YouTube. So, but no matter their sanction, we must to teach. They told us they remit our more of our movement in YouTube. So it is your job to make sure you advise others to watch this thing. And mind you, all the kings in Europe, ancient days, all of them went to marry to marry from that lineage of Maria Magdalene. That is the secret of La Sagrada Familia. It is called Familia Real, the Holy Family. The Holy Family, they call it Holy Family. When they dictated that Jesus Christ has a child with a Maria Magdalene, do you know what they do? They begin to register. They used to put form. You know, like you are going to look for work. Then you put your curriculum. That if maybe the king of Spain, for example, in Catalonia, at least the one we have as evidence here. Then they register. They says, if a baby girl is born inside that palace, then the king, the prince of Spain that time, will go and they marry that girl that is being born. Then another one, maybe from Denmark, the king of Denmark will then register. The king of Germany, because that time Germany used to have king. The king of Germany, they will register. All of them are putting their names. Whenever a baby girl is born from the womb of Maria Magdalene, or from that Sarah, who Jesus Christ pregnanted Maria Magdalene, if any baby girl came out of that place, then one prince will go and marry from there. That is how Europe come together, and they use the power. The power, we are talking about the power that comes from the blood of Jesus Christ to unify Europe. That's why they say Europe is one. I don't know how many people that knows this secret for the first time, or I don't know if you have heard it before. And if we don't have these books, we may not have evidence on what we are doing. Because we are teaching raw history, YouTube sent us on sanction. They say that we cannot monetize. They give us different kind of sanction. So it is your job to share this message. Let it go viral. When I see people that watch this message, at least that is what you can do for us by sending this message. But after much, go back to origin. Eke, Orie, Afonko. There are more in Igbo land that can tell you the truth. The power of Star of David. This is Washington, D.C., White House. The power that came from Star of David. The lost symbol. This is the key Nnamdi Kanu has been searching for. Igodo Migodo. All the key they have. Nnamdi Kanu Igodo Migodo is the key. This is the key Nnamdi Kanu has been searching for. So allow. If you are watching this in, I want Simon Ekpa to appreciate this program today. I want Umada to appreciate this program today. I want also media team to appreciate this program of today. Let at least inside this one. Why did I say it? Why did I say what I said now? I need appreciation. They said beyond blame. You know, see it, maybe it is not written well. Beyond blame. You say, reclaiming the power you gave to others. I need appreciation because we have the key now. This is the key Nnamdi Kanu has been searching for. And we told you that the treasure is hidden in an open place. I would like Umuada to appreciate this program of today. I would like Biafran government in exile to appreciate this program of today. I would like our Prime Minister himself to appreciate this program of today. If any of you can summon courage and play this program of today in your own program, so the whole world will know. We are not afraid again to preach it because we have it, evidence, so we can defend what we see. Instead, Dan Brown and they tell Simon Ekpa that Morgan Freeman is aware of what we are talking about. Tell Simon Ekpa, the Biafran government, that Desmond Washington is aware of what we are talking about. And they tell anybody that Will Smith, Will Smith is not a descendant of slave. Will Smith came from Anambra State. He said, my papa na Niger. He came from Anambra State, but he cannot talk because he wants to protect his interest. He is a billionaire. Wesley Snipes came to Anambra State also, and they took title in a palace. Wesley Snipes is an Igbo man. Wesley Snipes. So, Biafran government in exile advise others to play this program in your various platforms, and we need a little recognition. This is in key, the key in the canon. No, yeah, with this key. If not, we are ready to challenge Robert Landon. We are now sending the message back to Robert Landon and Victoria Vetra. You know? So, you know now this teaching today is not just childish thing. We are now sending challenge to Robert Landon to come and tell us concerning the angels and demons. You understand now? And the antimatter canister. Why the antimatter canister does not explode in Vatican. You understand? Understanding that the Cananarense is there. Tell them as well that Cananarense have sent a message to 555 Vision. My sister Akuvilo, thank you so much. This, you know, all those super chats. This is what I got with it. I dedicate this program to you. Those super chats, these are the super chats. Those super chats you gave to me. This is what I got with it. This is the evidence of those super chats. So now we have it. These are the super chats you gave to us through your support. You know, we told you we will bring some books. We have been searching for it. Now we have it, and we have evidence. Tell the Biafran government in exile that this is the key Nnamdi Kanu has been searching for. Igodo is the key. Origin. The Star of David is the inspiration that wake up George Washington. And from there, he become American first president. And through the inspiration that came from the Star of David, don't know if I will find it if I stay here now. Through the inspiration that came out from the Star of David, George Washington draw all these things you see there now. We will, inside this teaching, we will show you the meaning of all these symbols. These are powers that control this universe. We will show you, and we are searching to know if we can get it first. Akubilo, these are the super chat you gave to us as support. Now you see it. Let me know if I can get it first. Hey, I will get it first. I don't know. So, as we are creating this awareness, we are creating our own awareness with the evidences, not by hearsay. This is symbol. My sister Akubilo, advise your children or whoever, let them read this book. And there are now 5 in number. Number 1 is the digital fortress, the angels and demon, deception point, Código da Vinci, the lost symbol is this one we have. Inferno is like hellfire. Then the origin. This is the origin. And we got this thing from those support you gave to us. At least we can keep history behind. We know that there is someone, Flora Akubiro, every time she give us a super chat. These are the evidences. We are bringing it back. And beyond blame says, for you people to know, reclaiming the power you give to others. You understand now? Beyond blame. So no seed you sow that you will not receive back. At least our people, the media team, government in exile, Umuada, I want if our prime minister will show appreciation. We found it. The Star of David. We found it. We found it. And that is why America is whom they are today. And we are ready to challenge Dan Brown. We are ready to face Robert Landon. Our prime minister, Simon Ekpa, he knows Robert Landon. He knows him. One time he was doing program, they asked him, they say, this medal you put here, there is one logo he used to put here. They asked him, this medal, how come you have this medal? He says that this medal is the medal of the brotherhood. You understand? Tell him that we are following the history as well. Let him show us appreciation because we have found the Igodomigodo, the key. And the last program he did the other day, they said that the people of Edo State are now coming to join Biafra on their own, even without referendum. And you know, that is teaching, they says, you know, when Idu has been going on, the history of Idu has been going on. Simon Ekpa says it is not important for him now to talk about Idu and whatever. Let us concentrate to make sure now the kind of comes out. When he comes out, it does not mean whether we will call it Biafra or it does not mean whether we call it this one or call it that one. He says, go to Netherlands, it is called Holland. Go to Germany, it is called Deutschland. Go to any other places. Let's name which our people will bear not to become a problem. And those power of Idu, the fight of Idu, because of that, the nakedness of Igbo women have been showed all over the world. And the same people doesn't want to go back to the origin, the power of Idu. They don't want to go back to origin. And they tell us how Idu, Oba, Ogu Idu no Oba. We can get it here. And because of the Ogu Idu no Oba, the fight of Ogu Idu no Oba, we are ready to challenge Robert Landon, the highest investigator in the world. He is the president of the CIA. Simon Ekpa knows about him. People in Biafran government in exile knows about him. If they say they don't know him, let them go and search for him. And this is the key. Then they will tell us where they found the Star of David. They will tell us where they found the Star of David. That is how we will restore Biafra. Are you getting it? My sister, Akubilo, those super chat is not in vain. We found it. Power of Star of David. Robert Landon, we will use this book to challenge CIA, the president of CIA all over the world, the highest investigator. First, YouTube sanctioned, I am on sanction. They say I can only broadcast. That is what they say. They say I can only broadcast. But they remove me from different kind of privilege in Facebook. Hey, Misani, tell them, wow, amazing. This teaching today is, yes, Akubilo, this is why we are here. Bernard, this is why we are here. The history we have been digging. You know, sometimes we don't sleep. People who can bear us witness are here. At least Bernard is here. Then Emisani is here. Kinsley is here. If you can bear us witness and tell the Biafran government in exile, let them appreciate the program of today. Igodomigodo is the key. Anyị adịghị interested ihe ụwa Sophia kwuru. We are not interested. Anybody can say what he want to say. We are not interested. We want to find the symbol. And this is the lost symbol. And we may call it a day. We just come to show you people the preamble of the matter. And the appreciation, I will like appreciation. I tell you. if they play it, if Simon Ekpa will play this thing in this program today, in his program, let the whole world know that our challenge is going to Rabat, London, and the Victoria Veteran. Dan Brown himself, Dan Brown is from England. Are you telling me that Dan Brown does not know what happened in Ezebelago Kingdom? Is it what you want to tell me? He is from England. Dan Brown is from England. And he can couple all this history. And he says everything is a fact and figure. The real secret behind the Star of David. Dan Brown will tell us who manufactured it. We know that in Ebube, where Biafran capital landed, is the last place the Britain left in Nigeria. Ebube. That Ebube, capital of Biafra, original name to it is called Ezebelago Kingdom. And what they found inside that place, they don't want to tell people. They don't want to tell people what they found in that place. Then they left. Then they handed our future over to Fulanis. And the Fulanis do hiki and they promised Ojo Zokalo to become the governor of Abia State. If he can hand that territory over to them, then he can become governor of Abia State. Ojo Zokalo handed it. Our prime minister, that place is called Ezebelago Kingdom at Umunnochi. Lord Panta, Lord Buku. Ask them. We are ready to ask top question. Top question. We have them. We have them. So anybody in the Biafran government in exile, we need your appreciation. Media team, play this message also in your own programs until we finish what we are serving. Our prime minister, only to get the Godomigodo is enough to show us appreciation. Flora Akubiro send us super chat that we used to buy this thing, these books. And again, you can never understand Bible. You can never understand Bible without reading all this book. It is impossible. You can never understand Quran without reading all this book. You can never understand it without reading all these books. You must go back to the history. And if you think I have made a mistake, I back myself up with it beyond blame. You understand now? And Daisy in Washington is aware of what we are talking. Morgan Freeman is aware of what we are talking. Wesley Snipes is aware of what we are talking. Rihanna is aware of what we are talking. Beyonce sang her own song. She said, from water we come, from water we go. From water we come, from water we go. Is she not singing concerning Igbo people? All of them are waiting for us to talk. And now we are talking. And if you think that the one we discovered is not enough, history. Where we are now based out of Biafra. So it is enough for Biafran government in exile to recognize something. You understand? Recognition is just to play it and let it go viral. Let me see this number grow. This platform, let it grow. We have the history and we are. Cardinal Arinze send a message saying that those people handling 555 vision, attacking him every now and then. Cardinal Arinze, we are following him on Twitter. We are firing Cardinal Arinze because after we read Angels and Demons, we begin to fire Cardinal Arinze. Cardinal Arinze, he sent a message through the other Reverend Father. There is a Reverend Father that made a video called Father Fidelis. He made a video. He said, he told you people when Igbo people used to fly on the air, the powerful native doctors in Zemmo, and through Obala, we received the message from Cardinal Arinze. Cardinal Arinze say that people with the 555 vision are hammering him to the core. And we have more bullets to fire Cardinal Arinze now. You understand now? So that's why we have evidence. You know the importance of document. We know the importance of document. Jesus Christ was killed. Yes. Yes. We have to bring it. We bring the light. Like you can bring to the light the teaching of Prince Njamanze. Yes. We are coming there. We are inside a massive restriction from YouTube. YouTube is firing us. We are inside sanction, but they say we can preach, nothing more. So you can share. Your own is to make sure you promote this thing now. More you promote it, brain is like ocean that you can bring 4-story building and put inside. It will swallow it. You can bring mighty ship Titanic and throw inside. It will swallow it. That is how brain is. And how do you send something inside the brain? Books. When you are putting different kind of things inside your brain will be warm. It will be warm. It will be watery. It will make you to be thinking fast because it's watery. Then if you see those people and they don't want to read any book, you ask them, oh, Simon Onyoshi. They don't have anything to prove. Then their brain is blocked. They don't read books. But Nnamdi Kanu say, go back to book. And since he told us to go back to book, we have been back to book since that time. And now we found Igodo Migodo. Is the people of Benin Kingdom not asking Simon Ekpa today that he must accept them back? Is it not true? So it's an evidence. This is Igodo Migodo here. Here about the key. And when Nnamdi Kanu was here, we asked Nnamdi Kanu, yes, we know that Igodo Migodo is the key. Where is the mother key? Nnamdi Kanu was searching for this mother key in Port Harcourt, Obibo. He thought that Obibo is there. No. When Ojukwu put Biafran capital in Enugu State, then he lost the war. Then Nnamdi Kanu was looking for it in Obibo, in Port Harcourt State. They've been killing us, using Wike to kill us. Then Nnamdi Kanu doesn't even want to go to Igodo Migodo, but if you watch his program that time, he said that Igodo Migodo will become our capital. We told him no. Igodo Migodo will not become the capital. Igodo Migodo bụ nwaki. Ihe were nwaki awa na yeje swonyi ya na Ebube Biafra, the capital. That place our prime minister found out now. Ebe anwa ka ki anwa ya aba. This key na bụ nwaki ọbụkwa na eziokwu. Then nwaki anwa banyezie there now. Opope Biafra. And since our prime minister brought out Biafra map and he told you that the capital of Biafra will be located at Umunoji, Lord Panta, Lord Buku, exactly the place where Ojo Zokalo handed over to Fulanese. Yes, Akubilo, this is maybe this thing now is not common to you. It's not common to you. Everybody knows this thing, but depends on when you understand this thing. If you understand the secret of this thing, this is the Star of David. This is the Star of David. Where did they find it? That is the question. And this is the question I will ask CIA when they come to arrest me. Then I will face it. I will use it to face Dan Brown. I will ask Dan Brown. This is Dan Brown. I would then ask him question. Nah, in the China, ebe Star of David is where there. Then about London, Ebono, the most intelligence all over the world, the highest investigator all over the world, that can investigate all these things. 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 That can investigate everything concerning religion. If you go inside this book, it's very, very interesting. He said he is going to destroy this people that is called Man of God from Vatican City. But about London, Victoria Vetra and Morgan Freeman, all of them are waiting for heavy question. Robert Landon. Morgan Freeman is aware of what we are talking about. Daisy Washington is aware of what we are talking about. TDJs is also aware of what we are talking about. But who will speak? You will start to speak when you promote this teaching of today. That is when you will start to speak. Because you see, Ezebilago Kingdom is the last place Britain left after colony. You know they came for slave. First of all, they came to capture our people. I think Ezumezu, the power of Ezumezu fight them. And that time the power of Ezumezu were fighting them. Benin Kingdom are also fighting the Britain that time. That is where you will see Benin people. They say when they were fighting the British, that the Igbo people did not join them. Igbo people have been fighting their own war then with them, the same time, the same age. This war lasted more than 35 years to 40 years. Then they returned and they came back again under slave trade. And this slave trade came, they say, okay, let us stop slave trade. Then they returned back and they came back under colonialism and the missionary journey. Colonial masters and the missionary journeys, they came the same time. They came the same time with the colonial master, and they carried their Bible. They told you, if they slap you this side, you turn this side. Then that is how you can make heaven. Then they told these people that read this one, you have the power to kill. Is it not true? You have the power to kill because these people is not going to revenge. But what is happening today? What is happening today, we call it a day. What is happening today is what we have just jotted down. We jot it down here. What is happening today is very, very simple. Very, very simple is Ekumeku. Yes, Ekumeku. The war of Ekumeku. Then this war of Ekumeku has been before slavery trade. It lasted 35 to 40 years before slavery trade. And when was slavery trade? 400 years ago. 400 years ago. That was when this war lasted. Before the protest of Omada of Aba. You understand now? And what are we talking? We are now into Woto. And this says, it is in the hearing the voice of the devil that we can better appreciate the voice of God. By hearing Woto, then we can be able to appreciate the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. And we tell you here, we are not hiding our face, that go and read Angels and Demons. Then you ask Simon about who he is. Angel and demon. Let him come and arrest me. What can he do? Yes. Angels and demon. Yes. You want angel, he angelize you. You want demon, he will demonize you. The people in the government in exile can testify. You understand? We have penetrated and they come to the table. Then we saw 1,000 men wisdom, how it functions and how it works. And that is why we are bold enough now to speak, because we have tested that 1,000 men wisdom on that table. And we are bold enough. Onye nna ya ziri ori na-eji ụkwụ agbawa ụzọ. Nna bekee anyị nụziri anyị ọrụ. And ndị eze mmụọ ụgbalafa. We are building what they called deitic bridges. Because if you will from the voice of devil appreciate the voice of God, because all the Ezemo, they are waking up all the spirit in Biafran land, and we are extending to wake up the spirit of Idu. When these people rise, when these people rise, you see the Ohanes and Igbo is not talking, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. We cannot again. They are dying out of hunger. When we do this thing we are doing, no man can understand what we are doing. When we do this thing we are doing, until we make peace complete peace with the spirit of Idu, coupled with the spirit of Ezebelago, with the spirit of Eki Idemmili, with the spirit of all other deities in Biafran land. All of them accept to fight. Then you will understand why our prime minister say that if it takes him to embrace demon to bring Biafra, he is going to do it. So send this message, that the people who know how to carry message out will carry it out. Only Nnamdi Kanu says zie ya ozi zie ndị nọ ndụ. Then ndị eze mmụọ asị anyị daha na mmụọ na-anụ nke mmụọ na-ekwu, na-anụ nke mmadụ na-ekwu, mmadụ na-anụ sọsọ nke mmadụ na-ekwu, mana anyị ezie anyị ozi, anyị ezie ndị nọ ndụ. Nọ ndị nọ ndụ na-achọ nwere onwe, mana ezie anyị ozi from 555 vision, directed from the extraterrestrials, the Colossus, the Neanderthals, the crystal skull, the mummies. Eke Orie Afonpo. Then we will deliver the message, and we have just delivered the message. We call it a day. Thank you, and make the message, let it go to people you have heard. Let them know that if it is in hearing the voice of the devil that we can better appreciate the voice of God. And the day says the most dangerous people found on this planet Earth are those people that is called man of God. Starting from Vatican City, where Cardinal Arinze stay, down to the most wretched pastor you ever seen or heard in your life, down to all of them, except anybody that will stand up and begin to preach according to Jesus Christ, that says, "O Lord, let thy kingdom come," and he was referring to Biafra. Except the pastors that will begin to change this topic, that says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God called Biafra, and every other riches you are searching for will be added unto you." Except the pastors that will begin to teach, "Build your house on a solid rock in Ezebilago kingdom, Ebube Biafra, Ebube Ala Biafra, where wind or air or ocean or river will not affect them. They will not destroy it the way they are destroying it in Lagos, Abuja, and every other part of the place. Seek ye first the kingdom of God in Biafran land. Then every other thing will be added unto you." Simple and short. And build your house on a solid rock. Yeah? Yeah, my brother Chukwode, we call it a day. What you can do now so that people will watch it better. Share it. Advise every other group, WhatsApp group, every other group. Let them, anybody that need Biafra, let them know that what we've been searching for, we have it. We can define Jesus Christ in four forms: the Son of God, the one we believe, biological father, and magician, and also a gay. You understand now? We have evidences, but you just onyanwa bụ ọbata obi anụ kpọrọ nkụ na-eju ọnụ agụ na-eche mba oyi ihe Jizọs bụ ya wee Yeshua akwe na ọta. From him date start, before Christ and after Christ. You who is fighting this guy Jesus, I ask you, can you fight them more than the Illuminatis? Can you fight them more than the Freemasons? You cannot. Who are you? Tell Master Prophet that you cannot do this thing. Master Prophet, we know, you know, Master Prophet, Master Prophet, you are fighting a man. You have a deity under his name. You think you can deceive people like us? No, you can't deceive people like us. They are telling you all the powers that has fought him. Where is it itself? We read it, then we call it a day. Then, dear friends, this is what we came with just for now. Let us see this program being promoted. If you people appreciate us, Migodo is the key. Nwaki ya Ope Biafra. Ohaneze Ndị Igbo is today seeking for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, after they have renditioned him to silence all of us through command and control. and amnesty. Today, the autopilot from the spokesperson of Biafra, the spiritual son of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he bring back the light, and he found the key, and he found the Apopeya. That's why he asked you people, since the unveiling of Biafran map, have you seen anybody that stand up and say, why did you include us there? Even the people, their name has not been there in the other map. They said, if you don't put us there, we will put ourselves. Is it not under his last program? His last program, he said that the people of Edo are now advocating for them, for him to add them inside Biafra. And they said they will come through referendum. But they don't even want to wait for referendum because Igodo Migodo has been found. Thank you, lovers of freedom.